Yo, what is going on, guys? Surge Danger here, and welcome back to another video on you could say the MCU, but mainly to do so with like Spider-Man and Sony, basically. Spider-Man, Sony, Marvel Studios, let's just say that. And we basically have some shocking news that had been released today, and I will be covering it on this video. So, it's basically this article released by Deadline, which is really some sad news for some Spider-Man fans who were excited to see this character move into Phase 4 onwards. And more articles started publishing this thing as well. So yeah, I'll be giving you guys the news that Sony pulls Spider-Man from the MCU. So if you guys didn't really know, Sony basically owns Spider-Man. Like they were the reason why the MCU was able to use Spider-Man in the first place. Like, without Sony, the MCU cannot use Spider-Man. So, what happened? So basically, Sony wasn't able to put on this deal to keep the relationship with Marvel Studios and Disney. So basically, Disney said, due to Spider-Man Far From Home's box office record, that they wanted a share of this profit due to them basically being the reason why this movie was so successful in their point of view. And due to this also being Sony Spider-Man, it was the most successful Spider-Man movie for Sony. You could really tell that Disney was the reason why this movie was successful due to Sony Spider-Man's previous cancellations from Spider-Man 3 to The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So yeah, that is pretty much evidence that the MCU Spider-Man is better for the fans. So obviously, until this contract is made, Spidey is still part of the MCU. But once this deal is done, Spider-Man will no longer be part of the MCU. So basically, Kevin Feige will have no authority for production or anything wise to do with this character, unless there's some like miracle to happen within this contract or something, or they find a way to keep Spider-Man in the MCU. So Sony, due to the success of Spider-Man being Sony's biggest film, they want to build up the Venom Verse. So basically, Sony took this character back so they can build their own universe, meaning the MCU is going to have to make some reboot of Spider-Man or just like forget about the character. I have no idea what the MCU is going to do once this deal is done. I really don't know. So what's really bad about this is obviously like there are really big problems because Spider-Man Far From Home was basically like this continue of Avengers Endgame without the Avengers. And yeah, so what's bad? So Spider-Man has nothing to do with other characters ever again, and they can't use certain characters like Happy. Well, probably Happy. They might be able to use him, but I don't think so. So like they can't use Happy. They can't even use Tony Stark's glasses Edith anymore, or like anything else to do with the MCU, or can't even use the Skrulls anymore. So I really have no idea how they're going to fix that post-credit scene from Spider-Man Far From Home, saying that they really can't do anything anymore. Now, what's good about this? Well, in my opinion, actually, the idea of Sony pulling Spider-Man from the MCU, it's the best. It's not the like. It's better for the movie because now Spider-Man could now be part of the Venom Verse, meaning there are more movie opportunities with this character. To a point where we could even get a Spider-Verse spin-off movie, or just a Spider-Man and Venom movie. Like, that is cool, basically. And what I really love about this idea is that Spider-Man won't be Iron Boy or Iron Lad, whatever you want to call him, Iron Spider, saying that he was literally Tony Stark's pet when he was in the MCU. So with Sony pulling Spider-Man off the MCU, we can finally get a proper Spider-Man. Like, we could see Spider-Man and not Iron Boy, Iron Spider Boy, whatever you want to call him. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. And yeah, in my opinion, I think that Sony pulling Spider-Man from the MCU is better for this character. And yeah, just tell me in the comment section down below what are your opinions on this. Obviously, I was so shocked when I saw this at first, but I think that this is the best for it. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you've enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.